Hello? I think we're live. Are we live? Are you guys getting some chat going on? Ah, it says chat is disabled. So hang on, that's not right. Okay, hang on. Anyway, welcome. Let me just get this chat sorted. That's strange. Oh, hang on, is it working now? I think the chat may be working. Is the sound working? Do let me know. I'm running the stream off some new kit tonight, so hopefully it's all going to work all okay. Is there anybody out there? Is the chat working now? Ah, here we go. There's some action. Hello, David. Hello, Scott. Hello, the Furman. We are live. Hello, Daleks MC. I think you can hear me. Let me just double check. Hopefully it's all going to work all okay. Is there anybody out there? Is the chat working? I can even turn this on. Or maybe not. How are you all? So I've got got a couple of cool things that I want to share with you this evening. But yeah, I'm running off my new. I've got an iMac Pro. Pretty cool. So hopefully this should be able to handle all the streaming requirements that we need. And well, we'll see how we get on. But yeah, tonight I want to talk about a couple of good things. The first is that WhosOwn version 10 has been released, which is quite exciting, sort of. So if you're running an Amazon affiliate site, or you're thinking about doing a WhosOwn Amazon affiliate site, then that could be quite interesting. The main thing that's interesting about it is that you can import products without an API key. So if you remember recently, Amazon changed the rules when it came to API keys, and you had to be all approved. And I think in the US, you even have to have free sales before you get access to the API. So the new WhosOwn allows you to add products without the API key. So we'll be having a look at that in a bit. I will, of course, be answering all of your questions. So keep them coming in. I'm just going to turn that down because I think it's a bit bright in the back of the stream. Hello, Rose. Good to see you. Hope you're all good. And the other thing I want to talk about today is obviously around the subject of this stream, how to get website traffic. We'll go for a few ideas when it comes to getting traffic to your site. But to start with, if anyone's got any questions, let's get started on some questions. If not, I'll jump straight in with a bit of a demonstration on the new version of WhosOwn, which I've got a video coming out tomorrow, all being well, on the version 10. Hope you got yourself a nice refreshment. Good evening, Evaluate Stuff. Rose says, I'm good. Where do you get your backlinks from? Get them from all over the place. A couple of ideas. The first main one is guest posts. So that's approaching other websites and blogs and things that are in your niche and giving them an article of high quality that contains a link to your site or to an article on your site. And yeah, giving it to them so they can publish it. And that's one way of getting links. Second way of getting links is on question and answer sites. I still think these are a really good place to get links. So go over to somewhere like Quora. That's Q-U... Is it Q-U-A? R-A? Something like that. Quora. Do a search for that. And yeah, there'll be questions and stuff on there. Do a search for questions around your particular niche. Answer some of those questions in a helpful and friendly manner. And there may be an opportunity. I mean, don't add a link to each answer. That's just a bit spammy. But there'll be an opportunity maybe where someone will say, does anyone know whatever? And you will have an article on your blog, on your site around that particular subject. And you can say, yeah, the answer to your question is blah, 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 blah. And here is some more information here, and then you can link over to your article. Of course, if you haven't already got an article on your site, then you can use the questions on these question answer sites as inspiration for you in terms of writing your own articles. Miss Shawnee P says, what was the first way? So the first way was guest posts, which is probably the best way because you can get some links from authority sites. So you produce some great quality content and you then approach other sites that complement yours and offer them the content, and in return hopefully you get a link. Samu Tech Talk, I am answering the question around backlinks. Rose asked it first, so I'm asking it first. You talk like that though, and I don't want to be too helpful. I often find that, you know, the best way to get what you want is to be nice to people and not just kind of be demanding. So I'm happy to answer all the questions tonight, and I'll do it when I get to them. There's obviously a few coming in now. But yeah, I'm talking about backlinks. So the first one is guest posts. The second one is question and answer sites. The third idea could be in forums. So you want to join up to some forums that cover, you know, your niche. There might be general forums with sub-forums around your niche, or they might just be completely around what you're talking about. Again, join up on the forum and, like the question on sites, you know, offer some good value. So get involved in some discussions, be helpful, be friendly. Don't start posting links straight away. Once you've started to build up some rapport by being helpful and friendly, there'll be opportunities there where you can link back to your site. And you'll also get to a point where you can add links to the signature on your forum posts. So that's another way of building some links. Another way of building links is obviously social media. I think Pinterest is a great place to build some links. You can set up a board and you can publish some stuff and you can include links. I would then try and get some followers so that you're not just like an orphaned page, as they're called on Pinterest. A good way to do that is just follow people that like what you are into, and they should start following you back. Quora is down right now. Have I just crashed it? It is down. That's strange. Must have been something I said. Senora, good to see you. I'm good, thank you. ZH says, how much time take to my new website get traffic? It can take a little while, or it can be really quick. It really depends on the niche you're in, how much competition there is, how much content you've got on your site, whether you've done some SEO on it, whether you've submitted a sitemap to Google Webmaster Console. All those things will help you get ranking faster. Is it better with the light off? Is that too dark? Senora says, I want to ask you something. Sure, ask me something. Hi, John. Scott Howfield says, how do you get your site to display the same as the Wirecutter in Google? So that is as basically you get a search box and you get multiple page links. I might be able to show an example of this. Let me see if I can share my screen. I'm going to put the light back on it. It's too dark, isn't it? So time to see if the screen sharing is working. Here we go. I think it is. So let's do a search. Okay, so the Wirecutter, we get this, as I said, the search box, and you also get links to other sub pages. Now, the way you get this is by becoming an authority site and basically getting the #1 ranking on Google for certain terms. These links, I'm just going to see if Beer Shirts comes up. I don't think it does with this particular format. No, even though I am #1. So it doesn't always matter if you're #1. But those links are generated automatically by Google. There's not a lot you can do about it. By just generally having a good site, so making a sitemap, having a well-structured site, Google will automatically create these links for you. There isn't a lot you can really do to influence it. Once you have these links, you can basically adjust them within the Google Webmaster Console. I should have tidied my desktop before I started, really, shouldn't I? So yeah, you just got to wait and see. Once you start getting some good ranking and start ranking #1 for certain terms, you will get those links. I put the lights on. Sammy Tech says, show as you said. I don't know what I can show you really. I mean, basically I've got a MacBook Pro, got the iMac Pro, got the Canon 70D DSLR. I'm running a Logitech thing here for the streams, which is just a cheap webcam, C90 something. Hello Ian, good to see you. Don't worry, you're late. You've had a hectic day. I hear you. So let's go back to some questions. Then I will jump onto that WhosOwn 10 and we'll have a look at that in a second. So Sanuara says, I saw your video to get approval on Amazon product advertising API, but it's not working. Which bit's not working? Do you want to elaborate a little bit more? Oh, here we go. You have. I'm creating my website, and when I'm trying to import products, it says your account is not approved. Okay, you need to get approval, and that is tricky nowadays because Amazon won't approve you unless you generated some good sales and they like your site and all that kind of stuff. You can email them and ask them for approval, say that you need access to the API in order to build your site, or the other way is to follow my video, create your blog, add some links using the site stripe, get a bit of traffic, and then hopefully you'll get approval that way. Sean says, I know this is off topic, but has the Google Algo update affected any of your sites? Not that I've noticed. I'm not doing anything too dodgy, so I should be fine. Hey, Roll Film Productions, good to see ya. Undercover says, 2 of my sites are doing what people call the Google dance. How long in your experience does that last? That can vary. Normally just a week or so, but sometimes longer. But it normally means that's a good thing. If you've been doing everything above board, it'll hopefully end with you having better rankings than you were before. Salim says, why don't you try Amazon FBA? Because I don't want to. It's too much work. It's too much work and too much risk. That's why I don't want to do Amazon FBA. Affiliate marketing is my favorite because you don't have to deal with customers, you don't have to deal with stock, you don't have to deal with inventory, you don't have to deal with suppliers. Basically, well, maybe suppliers a little bit because there'll be the people paying you, but you don't have to actually, find a good supplier, find a good product, all that stuff. Can't be bothered with it. Hi, I can't pronounce your name. It's slightly Russian looking. Zanpino? Don't know. Sanuara says, I have a good pro blog, over 10,000 traffic daily. That's good. Roll Film Production says, this live? Yes, it is live, Roll Film. We're live on YouTube right now. Ian says, hello, stupid robot finally. Yeah, so Ian says, you say it's not as easy nowadays to get approval from Amazon. It's not as easy to get approval from Amazon, although I do think they are being slightly more stricter. The thing that's changed, that's having the big effect, is that you can't get access to the Amazon API immediately, and you have to be approved. And if you're on the US, you have to have had at least 3 sales, which is kind of slowing people down a bit. Good morning, stupid robot. Finally, good to have you on. Scott says, what's the benefit of WP Engine or WP Managed Hosting over someone like HostGator? The main benefit is that they're just like a professional level of hosting. I'm not saying that HostGator aren't professional because they are professional, but it's a bit like, I suppose, the HostGator is like Ford, which they make really good cars and they're fine, and you know, for the money they're fine. And WP Engine is a bit like Mercedes, so they do the same thing pretty much, but the Mercedes is faster. It's got a few more bells and whistles, that kind of stuff. So I use both. I use Hostgator and WP Engine. I find that for big sites, especially big e-commerce type sites, WP Engine are great because they're a lot faster. Their support is excellent. Hostgator support is also good, but WP Engine support is like on chat, instantly you get a reply. There's no waiting around. Generally with Hostgator, sometimes you have to wait a few minutes. But of course you get what you pay for. WP Engine is, I don't know, top of my head, 4 or 5 times more expensive than Hostgator. So they've got a nice interface. Their hosting is, you know, properly geared up towards WordPress, and it's really fast. Chris Wildfire says, do you think a CDN is necessary? It's not necessary, but it certainly helps in terms of the performance of your site. If you use a CDN like Cloudflare, you get a free SSL certificate as well, so that's worth having. Miss Shawnee P says, how do I expand the web page with my 2014 theme? My website has a white space on the right side of the screen. I'm not too familiar with the 2014 theme. Is that the one that I'm running on the weight loss one? Let me just have a quick look. See if I get what you mean. So up to 39 watching now. Good to have you. 10 likes on the video so far. I'm a little bit concerned why there is 6 dislikes. Was it something I said? What did I do something wrong? I know I shouldn't take the dislikes personally, but that's quite a lot for this early on in the stream. So if you left me a dislike, I would just like to know what I did wrong so I can fix it. If you left me a dislike just because you like disliking videos, that's fair enough. That's fine. But if I'm actually, you know, done something wrong, or there's something I could do better on the stream, then I'd love to know, because I'd love to make the stream better. So let me just see if I'm running that theme. If not, I'm not sure I can help you, but might be something I could look into for you. Okay, so I'm just checking Rapid Weight Loss Tools, which is 2014. So let me go back to your question. There's a white space on the right side of the screen. Yeah, I think it's a sidebar. Let me just share my screen over here. So this is a website, an affiliate website that I created in a previous tutorial. I'm sure you've seen it, possibly. And this is running the 2014 theme, and I'm guessing that this is the bit here that you've got some white space. It's for a sidebar. So in order to put some stuff in the sidebar, let me just see if I can log in. Oh, I can't, because I can't type. The site looks actually quite small. I can see that on the screen share, because this is like a massive 5K screen. But I think you get the idea. So yeah, to add some things to that area, it's under Appearance and Widgets. And you've got this primary sidebar, so you just need to drag some of these things in, and you can also like move them around and stuff like that. So you see we've got search, then we've got text, which is the About Us. Let me just go back to the front of the site. Okay, that's different sidebar, and it must be the sidebar on the posts. He says, that's strange. Let's just go back. I can't see those widgets that we're looking at. So we'll search main site. Oh, it appears on the left. Okay, so where's that stuff on the right? It's been a long time since I've worked with this theme, if I'm honest. Let's just have a quick looky. The black. Are you talking about this area over here, where my mouse is over this big chunk here? So we've got this image and then this bit here. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I'm guessing you. That's just the design of this theme. I think it's kind of, it sits over on the left. I mean, bearing in mind that most people don't have their browser this wide. Most people are looking kind of like this. In which case there isn't any black space. Okay. There's lots of ideas there. I see that it was Flowerpot disliking from multiple accounts, possibly if we go with that, which is it's fine. If that's what you want to do. It does make me wonder, but I see one of the dislikes has been removed now. It could be the lack of beard. That's another suggestion, or it could be my horrible English accent. That could be another reason why people dislike the video. Who knows? But hey, you're all watching it, so that's fine. Anyway, I didn't dislike your video, but I think what happened is that people got the notification yesterday, came in and found nothing left. It's like, okay. So does it send you a notification when I actually set up the event? In which case, that's a bit weird. Hey, can you show your WhosOwn Amazon earnings? I can do if you like. They're not particularly exciting. I think Beer Shirts is getting up nicely. I think it's maybe £20 now, something like that. Got some more articles to add on that. Scott says your site's using AdWords. They're not. Lance says, for your information, if your website is Pinterest friendly, I highly recommend making nice pins for each post. It's helped me to start getting views on my new niche website, and I'm guessing it creates backlinks. It probably does. You're right. John says he's been rejected twice from Amazon in the US because they say there's not enough unique content, which is not true. That's a shame. Maybe if you've got a lot of products, try and remove a few products. Gadget Inspector says, do you do website reviews? Yeah, I do. If you want to share your website, you can do so in the chat. You won't be able to put dots and stuff, though, so you have to kind of spell it out. But be aware that obviously everyone else can see your site, and if, you know, they might take your idea, that kind of thing. I know Doug Cunnington, you all know Doug, obviously. He's very paranoid about people nicking his niche ideas, so he never shares any sites. Never give up, so that's why I keep trying. Yeah, so Andrew says WhosOwn now support direct imports. So let's have a look at that now. That's quite exciting. I'm going to share my screen again. Let's see if we can take a look at the new version of WhosOwn. So I'm going to add it to Boot Boutique for now, because I've already updated Boot Boutique to version 10. So there's a new version of WhosOwn just they fixed a few bugs, although I have already spotted a couple with good old AA team. But yeah, the biggest feature is that they've obviously seen that Amazon have changed the API, and they've now added a way that you can add products without an API key. So let's have a look. The other thing I've noticed is that you can update WhosOwn straight from the plugins section on your site, so you don't need to, you know, remove it and reinstall it, any of that stuff. You can just go straight into plugins, click update, and it should update. So let's go into WhosOwn down here. Yeah, we see version 10. So the new section is just here, direct import extension. It's the first thing. Now there is an API secret key there. I don't think you can steal that or anything, but maybe I'll I'll hide that later. So the first thing, you have to click this link to get the WhosOwn direct import extension. Now the thing is that it's a weird link. It doesn't always work. Sometimes you have to take the end off. Again, that's A18 being good. So you do need Google Chrome for this. I've already added it. Once you add it, you get this little W thing up here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit small, maybe on your because the resolution on this screen is so crazy. But yeah, adds a little thing up there, and then what happens? You come back here, and then you can click authorize along the top. I say there will be a full video, slightly more coherent, being uploaded soon. So now it says website successfully added. So I think we're now good to go. Yeah, it says I'm already authorized. So now let's head over to Amazon. Say I wanted to add a new pair of UGG boots to my wonderful boot boutique site. I don't know which ones I've got. I don't think I've got these pink ones. So you go to the product page, and then it says duplicate product detected, so I guess I already do have it imported. But yeah, you get these little options up here, and then you can select your sites. If you're running more than one site, you can change it over here. Let me see if I can find a product like this kit here. I don't think I've got this. It's a sheepskin thing. So if I click this button up here, it's going to import the thing and the variations. I think, all being well, you know, it never works when I do live demonstrations, but we'll see. So it's doing its thing, and none of this is using the API. So this should work without the API. It says it's successfully added, and we can view the product here. Now this is all well and good. However, there's a few issues, I think, with this. There are no options from what I can see. Let me just check up here. Bear in mind, I've only been looking at this for an hour or so. There's no options really in here. So you can't, for example, set a category. From what I see, you can't anyway. Let me just click some of this stuff. No, there's no way of setting a category. You have to do products one by one. However, I think as a way to get a few products onto your site before you've been approved for the API, it'll be fine. So you'd have to come in here, and then it's used the Amazon stuff for categories, which is kind of fine, but it can get a bit messy if you do that. I can see some other. This was stuff I was testing around earlier, which created horrible categories. No, I'd want this to go into Australia, probably, or maybe I should have an accessories category, possibly. So yeah, you'd have to come in and you'd have to update the categories, and it would take a little while. But hey, that's quite exciting anyway. But there we go. I'm going to do a bit of a more in-depth look at it. The other thing I've noticed on the new version of WhosOwn is you can add multiple API keys, which I guess is useful, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that's cool. So someone asked earlier, can we have a look at the Amazon earnings? I'm sure you can. How do I... let me just turn off the thing. How do I turn off? Can I just click it? I have to turn that off. Does that turn off the notice? No, it does not. So that's quite annoying. I can't actually get to the my earning thing. Let me just disable it. On. Let's turn it off. There we go. All right. So you want to know the Boot Boutique, how it's going, and earnings in general. Let's have a look. I am going to be doing a video on that. I guess, is that what you mean, Ian? Do a video out of it, maybe? Spear Shirts is up to 1980, which is not too bad, as it's quite a low value site and it's in a funny niche. There's not many people looking for beer shirts. That's doing all right. Let's have a look at Boot Boutique. Boot Boutique is on £65 again. No work on it as yet. Although there's a whole load more articles coming through, but the problem with Boot Boutique is that we're now getting well into summer, and the site doesn't do so well in summer. Obviously, because it's kind of seasonal. R7 says, you're saying you do not need API for using SiteStripe for posting Amazon products on a blog site? No, you don't need API for that. You can just use the SiteStripe. That's fine. If you've got any more questions on that, happy to answer. Let me just turn off this thing. And back to you. What did I miss? Chris Wildfire says, do you think comments are necessary? I think comments are a good thing to have if you can be bothered to moderate them and all that stuff. Definitely a good thing to have comments. It kind of adds a little bit of community to your site. Also adds some unique content to your pages. Is anyone using a niche of machetes? That would be an interesting niche, definitely. Is there a plugin or something better than AMP for mobile? I target mobile on Facebook. As I don't know, AMP is something I need to look at. It's on my list of things to do. Evaluate Stuff says, have you received an email from Amazon Associates giving notice of changes to the operating agreement? I probably have, but I maybe haven't read it. I'd imagine it's around to do with GDPR and stuff like that. Nothing to worry about. I haven't read it though. I should probably get my lawyer to look at it. Vasanthan Official, hi. I'm selling groceries on my website. I'm planning to do delivery to customers. I want to make my customers enter their postcode and when they're entering, to my website. Yeah, on WooCommerce there is a postcode thing, and I think there is some lookup plugins if you want those. So people type in their address and it looks up their address for them. Well done, mods. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, but yeah, whatever. Let me just, it's too bright in the background, big old screen. I don't think there's anything you need to do. I'd imagine the terms of the new agreement will just come through. Alex, apart from these sites, what do you really make money off? If it's not these sites, what are you not telling us? I tell you everything. And the majority of my earnings, affiliate earnings, comes from YouTube. I show people how to make WordPress websites. And a lot of people have lots of success, probably a lot more success than I do. In fact, I know for a fact they do, because that's their main focus. I mean, Amazon affiliate is not my main focus. Making YouTube videos is my main focus, and replying to your guys' questions and comments, that's what I do. I also have some clients, only a couple of clients, I'll add, but you know, they take up a bit of time, but they also do pay me money. But yeah, the bulk of my affiliate earnings comes from YouTube. Ali, I hope that's cleared that up. I never said, and I never have said, that my earnings come from Amazon affiliate. I earn a bit of Amazon affiliate money from sites that I very quickly set up and not done any work on. But I do know a lot of viewers that have done a lot more work on them and earn a lot more money. And then there's other people like Doug Cunnington who also do a lot more work. So some of his Amazon affiliate sites have, 200 or 300 articles on them. You look at my sites, I've got maybe 10 or 15 articles, and his sites that have got those sort of quantity of articles are earning, 4 figures, 5 figures a month. hope that's clear. I've always tried to be transparent with what I'm doing, and I don't have any courses to sell or anything like that. Just trying to help you guys. And you've got to bear in mind that this channel, WP Eagle, started, and it still is, the core of it is a WordPress channel. I show you how to do stuff with WordPress, which is something that I'm really passionate about. I love WordPress. I think it's a kind of world-changing piece of software. And the kind of affiliate stuff is something that I got into mainly because I wanted to show you guys how to create affiliate sites with WordPress. In terms of, you know, the rest of it, that's stuff that I've been learning off people that I've met and all that kind of thing. Anyway, my email, if you want to get in touch with me, is eagle at, don't know what that is, at wpeagle.com. Yeah, and 50 viewers, Ian says. That's great. We're doing well tonight. It's better than the last couple of streams where we've been a bit flat, up to about 38, 39, I think. Anyway, if you're enjoying tonight, do leave a comment below. I'm not sure you can do that actually until the stream stopped. Can you? No. Maybe afterwards leave a nice comment. That'd be great. And do click that like button. It really does make me feel good. If you click the like button, I feel good. If you click the dislike button, I feel sad. So you can change my mood. But I see the likes are way outnumbering those dislikes that we got before we'd even started. Ken says, greetings, Alex. Oh, hang on, sorry, I missed the question. Vasanthan says, I'm asking similar to Daru when you're... Oh, no, I did do that one. Oh, check their service availability. Okay. I don't know if there's a plugin that does that off the top of my head. I'm sure there is, because there's often a plugin for absolutely everything on WordPress. I've never struggled to find a plugin for my needs, so I'm sure there is. Where you could probably just kind of set the postcodes you cover and it will say yes or no. Let me just, I'm going to Google that, see if I can find it straight away. Well, in fact, you could do it with WooCommerce as it comes, because WooCommerce, you can set your delivery zones and locations, so you could use that, and it would just say that delivery. If I just turn the mic off, it would say that delivery is not available to whatever it is. So you could do it with the default WooCommerce plugin, I think. Let me just see if I can find anything else. WooCommerce order delivery. Don't think that's the one. There is something here called WooCommerce Delivery Area Pro. Let your user check delivery area. That sounds just what you want. Google is your friend in all these things. There you go. I've posted a link there to Code Canyon. It's not even an affiliate link. Hey. Anyway, Ken says, greetings. Greetings, Ken. Seems like I've been penalised for some reason by Google. Not sure why. However, there is an error on my site. The error is warning illegal string offset WhosOwn debugger cross sell. Ooh, blimey. That obviously is a problem with WhosOwn. Have you installed version 10? Did the problem start after you installed version 10? It looks like there's a bug in WhosOwn there. It'd be worth raising it with AA team if you've still got support with them. So I've got version 10 now running on Boutique, and I don't see any errors from what I can see. But I haven't looked particularly in too much detail. Let me just go through and check. Check if the product pages are okay. All looks fine. David, thank you for your kind comment. S. Johnson says, how long did it take for you to make your first money online? It didn't take that long. I remember dabbling around with ClickBank. I remember I followed a course, quite similar to Doug's course actually, which is excellent, by the way. And I set up a couple of niche sites, and I got a couple of sales. it really started going really well when I had a site, which I think is still up there, called 101 or 101 Best WordPress Themes.com. And yeah, this site looks fine. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, I had 101 Best WordPress Themes.com. That started going really well. And all I was literally doing for that one was taking themes from Invato and other places around the web, WordPress themes, and just kind of adding them to the site. I wasn't even writing reviews or anything much like that. I was kind of just adding a little bit of a description, which was sort of rewritten, adding some screenshots, and then links to go and buy it and try the demo, that kind of stuff. That site started doing really well. It started ranking well for WordPress themes. I had done a little bit of SEO. I had outsourced a bit of SEO. And back then, that was a day where you could. That was back in the day when it was easier to do SEO, and it started ranking really well. Started getting traffic, and I remember, I think one month I did a couple of $1,000 in a month, and I was just like, wow, I've made it. I'm a proper affiliate, and I'm doing really well. Then that site had a couple of issues. First one was that Google penalised it because I was doing some SEO, which they weren't happy with. The second thing, I got a letter, or I got an email from the lawyers at Automatic, the people that make WordPress, and they said you can't have the word WordPress in your domain name. So that site kind of died. But I didn't give up, carried on, and yeah, now YouTube, I started earning a little bit off YouTube, and then did more YouTube and started earning more, and that's the rest of the history. Dan V says, stupid question, how much are you making with your affiliate websites? If I total them all up and I include YouTube in that, and wpeagle.com, which is out of date and needs some work, and all my Amazon stuff, and yeah, all that. If I say it in dollars, it's 5-figure dollar amount a month. It's a 4-figure pound amount, if that makes sense. So that'll give you an idea of where I'm at there. It's around the $10,000 a month mark. It's not Lambo amounts. That's what I haven't got a Lamborghini or Ferrari just yet. But I'm still on the way up. I'd like to think I'm on the way up. I mean, and I want to bring you guys with me and share all my stuff with me. So that's it. Obviously, that's enough anyway for anyone to live happily anyway. David Ellis says, I have the above script error on 2 of my sites. Can't find the cause. Okay, so that script error, I'm not getting it. But I'm guessing that is a problem with WhosOwn. Raise it with AA team. If you don't get any joy, then let me know and I'll raise it with them. Have I ever worked with Theme Faster? No, I haven't. And also says, how you promote an affiliate website? Okay, so the best way to promote an affiliate website is SEO. Personally, I think if you can optimize your content and you add some good content and you get rankings, that is the best way to get traffic. Other things you can do are social media. You can build links, as we've already spoke about. That helps your SEO, but it also brings traffic. So the question and answer sites, the guest posts, the forums, social media, they're all good. But yeah, SEO, if you look at Doug's stuff and look at the keyword golden ratio, which we have got some content that we're working on together coming real soon, so look out for that. But that's all around keyword golden ratio, creating content that gets ranking, that gets traffic. Hey JW, good to see you. Ken Finance says, I think I have some broken links that I might be penalized for as well. Can you do a tutorial on how to get rid of broken links? And I always had to correct it. Yeah, I'll do that. But basically, there is a broken link checker plugin that you can install in WordPress that will scan your site and tell you all the links that are broken. And Nora says the best and cheap affiliate plugin. Well, it depends what you want to do. If you want to do an Amazon affiliate site, then WhosOwn is good. If you want to do other sorts of affiliate sites with other merchants, then Content Egg is good. They're both cheap-ish, $50, $60 top of my head. Andrew says that script bug was actually fixed in version 10. So if you're getting that script error, go and update your WhosOwn right now because version 10's out. So David, yeah, let me know what versions of WhosOwn are you I guess you're not running version 10 on all of them. Andre there has said that it should be fixed in version 10. Tarek says, what is the most a person's made out of Amazon affiliate a month that you know of? I guess it's 5 figures a month. Definitely. The best place to check for that kind of information is Doug Cunnington's channel, which I'll put a link to now because I'm nice to Doug. I'm always sending him great viewers and you guys over there to go check his stuff out. But he's been producing animals. He's been producing videos like an animal, I was going to say. And let me just find an example of I can't find one now. Where's his videos gone? He had some great videos where he was basically talking to some of his students, I guess that's the right word, and yeah, they were sharing with him their success. But for whatever reason, they seem to have gone, which is strange. Let me just have a look. I'll speak to Doug about it. They were definitely there. Okay, here's one. I found a link to one. So this is guy, and this guy is a pastor, and he's actually been on my stream a couple of times as well. He's got his Amazon affiliate site up to nearly 4 figures, so nearly $1,000 a month. Go check it out. Wow, so the chat is really flying today. The likes are up to 34. That's really good. Those dislikes, they're a distant memory. Who needs them? We had a peak tonight at 55, which I think is very near the record. I think Ian will remind me of what the record is. I think it's 58, 59, something. I can't remember. But yeah, having a great stream tonight. I'm going to go for another, I don't know, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. And we'll keep answering some more questions. Happy to talk about traffic, whatever you like. Thank you, Dan. Thanks for all the kind words. Rodri says, should I be concerned about the product advertising API being reviewed these days? Just bought content activated Quora site. I wouldn't be concerned. It's just a bit of an issue that it's not as easy as it was to get access to the product API. But if you add some good content to your site, my advice is, and I put this in a video previously, is that you need to set up a site, a basic sort of blog type site, add some links, get a bit of traffic. If need be, run paid ads just to get some traffic and get a couple of sales to get approved, and then you can do what you like. Generally, once you're approved, you're fine. Gadget Inspector says, I can't seem to find an easy way to adjust the size of my text on my site. It's either too large or too small. Okay, let's go on the computer. I'll show you how I do it on here. On this kingdom theme. Why not? This will do as an example, I guess. Okay. So generally all the font stuff is in the customize section on your theme. So I'm logged in, I just went to customize. And here under theme fonts, we've got these sizes. So we've got the main font size at 14, the main menu font size. I can just, it's at 18. If I just adjust this, this is for this menu up here. It's going to take a minute thinking about that. There we go. They're all big apart from the first one. That's weird. I don't know why that is. So that's it. Generally, you'll find your theme font sizes within Customizer. Now, if for whatever reason your theme doesn't have a font area, which is not a good thing, what you can do is you can try and just do it with some CSS. So I'm going to right click and go to inspect, and then I'm going to find the bit of text that I want to change the size of. Get my little pointy thing to say it was this as of, which is actually in the wrong place. It should be down here. Why is it up there? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, you select the bit that you want to change. So it could be that bit there. You then come over here and you want to go to where do I want to go? Everything looks different. Why does it look different? It's this new computer. Oh, no, not that one. I want it at the bottom. I like it at the bottom. There we go. So then you come over here and then you click the little plus. And so that's EM, so that's going to be anything that's italic. But if I come in here, this is far too complicated if you're not really into CSS. But anyway, I can come in here and I can see that that's the element that we're talking about. I can just add font hyphen size and I can add like 20 pixels, and you see it's got bigger. And then I would just copy this stuff, go back into customize, and then there is a section called custom CSS right down the bottom, sorry, additional CSS, and then you just come in here, get to the bottom of here and paste that in. In fact, you can get rid of all that stuff that's not to do with font. There is videos on my channel about how to do that, and that's it. Then you publish, that's done. But generally, the font size settings should be in the theme settings and the customized section. I'm sure that was clear as mud, that demonstration. John says, is Google Feedburner necessary nowadays? No, I don't think so. I think feeds are dead. Chris15 says, what do you about the address and contact information needed when you use MailChimp but don't have a business one? I just put my home address. I know you're probably not going to be comfortable with that. Failing that, you could just get a mailing address. I don't know if that's suitable enough, but yeah, I just put my home address. If you find out a better way of doing it, let me know. Tarek says, you've already seen Doug's videos? That's good. What's the traffic stats on your affiliate websites? We can have a look if you like. Back on the screen sharing. Let me move the mic over. So, actually, before I screen share this, I do need to turn it off for a sec, because there's a risk that some client stuff might pop up if I go into Google Analytics. And I've told you before that I've got into trouble before for showing client stuff on YouTube. They didn't like it. I will add that they're not a client anymore. But, you know, you can't be too careful. You're never quite sure which profile is going to open when you go into analytics. It's not one that's important. Doesn't matter. So let's have a look at Boutique. If you want to look at traffic, so that one is earning, I don't know what, it was 65, 70 pounds, wasn't it? So it's earning maybe $100 a month, and it's earning that from this amount of traffic. Oh, let me share the screen now. I can do that. It's better than looking at the back of my head. So let's go into audience. So it earns that from just 270 users. So that's not bad, eh? It's not a huge amount of traffic, and it's doing all right. Oh, in fact, that's not a month. Let me get you a month's worth. That'll I'll make more sense. Let me go for April. That was just 7 days. I thought that was a bit low. 1,500 visits a month, or users a month. Let's just have a look over time. Let's compare that to last month. I'd imagine it's in decline because they were getting into summer. It is. It tends to do that. Let's do a whole... can we do a year? Don't know if we can do a year. Let's go back to May last year. Get a picture. Oh, I wanted to go back to May. First of May to 1st of May this year. I don't think I need the 0. Well, I don't know what happened there. See, actually, traffic is kind of increasing. There's definitely some seasonality going on with Boot Boutique, so that's an idea of some traffic. Okay, let me get you back. Got to say, the technology seems to be working better tonight, and I guess because I'm running it through this machine, you haven't got that annoying fan noise because the laptop is quiet because it hasn't got to think about it. I've got the bit rate up. It looks like I could probably even increase the bit rate because it's only using 6% of the CPU. And this is like an 8-core Xeon, so I could probably up the bit rate. But hey, I think I'm looking better than normal, which that's not hard. JW says you should do a video or series showing a new site from scratch that hasn't been approved for the Amazon API, then show the full process, including getting accepted into the program. Yeah, I should. Definitely, that's a good idea. Slight issue though, I am already approved, but I guess I could set up a brand new Amazon account and go from there. Firma says, if you're talking about blog posts, I use TinyMCE Advanced to set font sizes. That is a plugin. Although there is the Gutenberg thing coming in version 5 of WordPress, which is going to add loads and loads of page builder type functionality for when you're adding content. So that will definitely help. Yeah, don't jinx it. I probably have jinxed it. What do you think about rotating tweets or click to tweet? I think they're a cool thing to have to your site. Yeah, why not? If you are tweeting regular stuff, obviously make sure that you're tweeting. If you're not tweeting much, then it just looks out of date. Scott Halfield says, is it possible for a site that has a short to the point recommendations to rank high in Google, or do you need lots of content? As I personally find I get information overload on most sites and know why. Unfortunately, you do need a reasonable amount of content in order for Google to like it. You can't just have like a simple post that says, you know, it's called like, what's the best camera for video? And then you just have the best camera for video is the Canon, blah, blah, blah. It's not enough for Google. What you can do, of course, is lay out your content in a nice way. If you're finding that a lot of sites in a particular niche or whatever, niche, do have lots of content and it is a bit overwhelming, then of course you could repurpose it so that it's not as overwhelming. You know, at the top have a nice headline and say, you know, like a summary, synopsis, whatever, just say, looking for the best camera for video. The best camera for video is this, and you know, carry on reading to find out all the details why. David A says, just tried the new WhosOwn update, crashed my site, oh dear. Emmanuel says, when can we expect that WhosOwn video? Next week. Next week. I'm actually quite glad that I'm a little bit behind on it because now I can redo it for version 10. It would have been very annoying if I'd have just put up a new WhosOwn video and then they came out with version 10. That would be very annoying. So I'm going to try and incorporate that new product grabber. That means you don't have I don't need to have an API key. I'm going to put this pen down. That's a bit annoying. Undercover says, do you have any advice for picking up pending deleted domains? That's not something I've really done. Hi, Craig. Glad you liked it. Okay, I'm going to start wrapping up. I will answer questions for another 10 minutes or so, but I'm just going to start wrapping up and say hello to anyone that's new. I know that generally the streams are for regulars, but if there is anyone new here, hello. Glad you could make it today, whatever time it is where you are. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, then please click the like button if you're not already subscribed. And that also applies to you regular guys. If you did enjoy tonight, then please click the like button. It really helps me out. I see that 37 of you have already done that, so I think that's most of you. Thanks very much. And obviously we've still got those 5 dislikes from earlier, but we're not worried about that. Haters are going to hate. I'm going to be uploading a video tomorrow around WhosOwn version 10, so check that out. It's just going to be basically what we've just kind of been through, really, adding products and the limitations and using that new plugin. And I'll have a look at a few of the other new features as well as updating, because I haven't done beer shirts yet, so I'll be using probably that site for the video. Hey, S Johnson, 1130, SJ. You're new. Good to have you. Fulf. Watu? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I hope I haven't offended. He says, how to bring oneself to knowingly lie to people. I made the mistake of studying philosophy and psychology, with which selling and marketing does not play well together. Hard time writing sales pitches. That's a very interesting question. And a good question for me to rant about for the last 5 minutes of this stream. So, I've been working in sales for a long time. At the end of the day, if you're in business, you're in sales because you need to sell stuff in order to make money. It's just the way the world. And I've got to say, I'm just racking my brain now and all the kind of stuff that I've sold. I've sold computer networks. I've sold wireless equipment. I've sold clothing. I've sold, obviously, myself. I've sold services. I've sold WordPress. I've sold lots of things. And I can't remember a time where I've had to lie in order to make a sale. And you shouldn't need to lie in order to sell either. A sales pitch should not be a lie. You shouldn't be lying to people. You should just be telling them the truth and helping them buy. So if I'm going to sell a website, for example, I don't overpromise. I explain exactly what I'm doing. So, for example, you know, when I'm selling a website, I am selling a WordPress website, and generally I'm using software and tools from other people, plugins, themes, that kind of stuff. So when I'm selling the website, that is what I'm telling the customer. I don't say that I'm going to build the website from scratch and I'm all going to be developing it and all the code is my own, because it's not. That's not the truth. The truth is I'm going to be taking WordPress, which is a free piece of software. And you might think, well, that's crazy telling the client that the software is free. It's not, because what I'm selling my service, and my service is getting that free bit of software and getting some premium plugins and themes and plugging it all together, making it look nice, making it work, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm completely truthful. I never lie when I'm selling, and I don't think you should need to lie. I think if you're picking good products to promote, I think they should, if they're good, then again, you don't need to lie. The only reason you have to lie is if you're selling something that's particularly bad, in which case don't sell that stuff because it's bad. I hope that makes sense. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Andrea. How can I get, Andrew says, how can I get a private chat with you before recording the WhosOwn plugin? You need to get to me quickly because I'm going to record it soon, but you can get me on my email, eagle@wpeagle.com. Emmanuel says, a new question, can you get accepted and not receive an API key? No, once you're accepted, you should be able to go in and generate an API key from the Amazon dashboard thing. Scott Halfield says, is there a way of adding multiple items to cart in WhosOwn in one click? Not that I can think of, top of my head, no. Coming back on the lying and selling, he says, truth is a tricky thing. Philosophy was bad because all of the fallacies are easy to spot, and psychology because one can spot all the ways one shouldn't push certain buttons that guarantee sales. Okay, I see you're kind of going down different things there. So that's using psychology to sell and to push buttons. So again, this is a massive topic and maybe a good one to talk about if you're into philosophy and that kind of things. But people use a lot of sales techniques, and like scarcity. You need to buy this now because tomorrow it's going to be gone. That evokes an emotional response in someone so that they have to buy stuff like now because they fear they're going to miss out. FOMO. You heard of fear of missing out? Is it wrong to do that? It might be wrong if the product isn't going to be gone tomorrow and you said it isn't, and it actually isn't. I mean, other guys do it in a different way. So say, for example, if people are selling courses, quite often they will open the course for a limited period, again, to make that kind of scarcity thing going on. Is that ethically wrong? Because, they're going to reopen it again in a few months. I don't know. I think that's all above board, and it's not strictly lying. So I see where you're coming from, though, where there could be stuff that's ethically questionable. But I don't think you don't need to do that to sell. You can sell by being completely ethical and not, tricking anyone or anything like that. S Johnson 1130 SJ, what's the best theme? That is a big question. There's a lot of great themes out there for WordPress. I like X theme. I still like it, even though they've updated it and changed it quite a bit. Flatsome is really good for WooCommerce. Storefront is a good theme. It's free. Divi is a good theme. It's got a lot of features going on. There's tons of good themes. It really depends on what you're looking to do and how many features you want. Okay. Well, we've been streaming now for about an hour and 10 minutes. Flowerpot Ideas says, hey, I mixed your WhosOwn Amazon affiliate method with Doug's article publish method, and now I'm earning over $100 a month. Slowly growing, but steadily. Thanks, Flowerpot Ideas. Was it really you that signed up with multiple accounts and did the 5 dislikes? But that's great. Keep in touch with me. I'd love to. I need to do some more success story videos. So if you are doing well and you'd like to have a little chat with me, we'd record it and talk about your site. We don't necessarily have to share your niche. We can just talk about some general stuff. That'd be cool. Let me know. Ian says, if you buy something from someone who has lied to you, surely you wouldn't buy them again and you lose your customer. Yeah, that's true. You lose faith. S. Johnson says, I want to make a viral site. And Bimba is quite a good theme for a viral site. I've got a video that I created quite some time ago on how to do that with the Bimba theme. But yeah, Bimba, that's BIMBER. In fact, I can put a link, which is probably an affiliate link, in the chat right now. Well, in fact, it definitely is an affiliate link. Go check it out. Does that link work? I'm not sure if it does. Let me try again. Hello, Ender. Oh, you're late again. Never mind. You've missed a really good stream. Try that one. Though again, not all the links don't always work that I published. That one seems to be working. Don't worry if you just joined and you missed the whole thing. It will be available to watch at your leisure as soon as we sign off tonight on the channel. Really enjoyed tonight. We've had some good chit chat. Talked about lots of things. We talked about getting website traffic and building links. We've had a look at the new version of WhosOwn, version 10, and the new Chrome extension that allows you to add products from Amazon to your site without the need for an API key from Amazon, which is great. And we talked about whether you should lie when you're selling stuff, which is interesting. And just generally had a nice chat and a catch, haven't we? So thank you very much for joining me tonight. I am going to love you and leave you. If you need to get in touch with me, my email address is eagle@wpeagle.com. I do try and reply to as many emails as I can, but I do get quite a lot nowadays. And yeah, I find if I spend my time replying to lots of emails and I don't do anything else, I don't record any videos and stuff. So I do have to kind of ration my time on that. I hope you have all enjoyed tonight. If you have, click the like button. The likes are currently going up. The dislikes are going down. So we're doing something right. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. We're down to 3 dislikes now. Is that you, Mr. Flower Pot Ideas? You're just messing with my head. Those 5 dislikes that we got right at the beginning, it just threw me off a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna love you, leave you. I'm gonna sign off for now. Evaluate stuff, so do check out that Amazon email. Let me do that just before I go. Let me see if I can find it. It's to do with Amazon terms, is it? I can't see anything right now. Let me just search my email. Ah, is it the one that says change in your Amazon Web Services terms of service? Is that the one? Evaluate stuff. Is that the one? Was the subject change in your Amazon Web Service terms of service? Let me just see what else I've got. Oh no, I've got the other one here. Important changes to your. Oh yeah, here's the one. From May 23rd, I found the right one. You need to comply with terms of the amended operating agreement. Some of these changes can be found in this location. Let's go and have a look. Wow, gee, I need to get my lawyer. So basically, let's quickly go through it. Basically, you should not promote any sexually explicit stuff, any violence, any libelous, defamatory, discrimination. You mustn't undertake any promote or undertake illegal activities. So there you go. That cannabis grinder website you were thinking of setting up might be a no-no. You must not include Amazon in any of the domains, which I've already mentioned many times before. Don't ever put Amazon in your domain name or even a mistyping of it. That's a bad thing. And or any trademarks like Kindle or anything like that. Okay, that's the first thing. I'm not quite sure what the difference is there from the previous one because I'm sure you weren't allowed to do most of that stuff anyway. They've changed something in terms of they might come in and crawl your site. I think that's a new thing. They've got crawlers now that might come in and take a look at your site. But yeah, so they might record it. That's fine. There's something about getting paid. That's fine. Digital products. You must clearly state the following: that you are an Amazon associate. Okay, you must clearly state the following, or any substantially similar statement previously allowed on your site on any location where Amazon may authorize your display or other use of content. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. That's what you might put. Except for this disclosure, you will not make any other public communication with respect to this operating agreement or your participation in the program. You will not misrepresent or embellish the relationship. Oh man, this is all legal stuff. You will not issue any whatever. The next one is jeez. It's all standard stuff. It's all like the terms and stuff. They've just tweaked them a little bit. I mean, I never read them first time round, if I'm honest. But basically, there's nothing you need to do. You'll be automatically, basically, continue as an Amazon associate. That will be fine. If you have got a problem with those new terms, you need to write to Amazon and say, I've got a problem with your new Amazon affiliate terms. Get me out of here. There we go. That's the email. It's all common stuff anyway. Chris, I think I've already mentioned your question previously, but I will say it again. What do you do about the address and contact information needed when you use MailChimp but don't have a business one? You put your home address on. That's what I do. If you don't want to do that, then you need to get hold of another address. So that could be a mailing address that you pay for at, you know, some company. Or if you have an accountant, sometimes they allow you to use their address for stuff. That might be another option. But on that note, I am definitely going. I've read that long thing. It's, yeah, some updated terms. I've never read terms and conditions before. I very rarely get into trouble. I just think we just don't have the time to read these agreements when we sign up for these things. You just got to hope that you get it right and do the right thing and you'll be fine. Anyway, the dislikes are now down to 3. That's amazing. That's good. The likes are up to 44, which is amazing. We had a peak tonight of 55, which is fantastic. And yeah, until next time, I love you and leave you. Check out the video tomorrow, which should be uploaded, all being well. The new WhosOwn video will hopefully be out next week. And yeah, thank you for all your support and all your comments, all your questions. I've really enjoyed it. Till next time, bye for now.